When Donovan Hartley stepped inside his penthouse, the polished leather of his Italian shoes clicked softly against the marble tiles. Behind him, the wheels of his sleek navy suitcase whispered as they rolled. He looked every bit the man who had sealed billion-dollar deals across Asia. Tailored ivory suit, pale lilac dress shirt, platinum watch. But no part of him was prepared for what he was about to witness. He wasn't supposed to be home until Saturday. A small smile tugged at his lips as he reached down and touched the tiny toy train tied to the suitcase handle. Noah's favorite. He hadn't seen his son in nearly 5 weeks. This would be a surprise, the kind that would light up those wide hazel eyes and make up for all the nights apart. He pictured Noah sprinting into his arms, laughing. Instead, as Donovan stepped into the kitchen doorway, his chest tightened, his breath froze. At the sink stood a woman he didn't recognize at first glance, a black woman in a simple ash-gray apron over a dark blouse. Her hands gripped the edge of the counter, her head bowed, her shoulders shaking. She was crying. Not discreet tears, but the kind of raw sobs that hollow a person out. Clinging to her waist, legs locked around her body, arms wrapped tight as vines, was Noah. His face blotched red from crying, buried against her shoulder as if she were the only safe place in the world. He wasn't just hugging her, he was clinging for dear life. Donovan's voice cracked as he stepped closer. Noah. Neither of them moved. Louder now. Noah! The woman flinched. Her head snapped up, tear-streaked cheeks glistening, wide, startled eyes meeting his. She looked like someone caught stealing from a church. Noah finally turned too, face wet with tears, lips trembling. Then came the words that shattered Donovan. No, don't take her away. The man staggered, stunned. I'm sorry, sir, the woman stammered, her voice raw. He won't let go. Donovan's voice sharpened. What's happening here? Who are you? I'm Alana Brooks, she whispered. The agency sent me last month, when Mrs. Karen resigned. We spoke on the phone. Twice. Yes, Donovan recalled now. A soft-spoken woman with a professional tone. He had approved her hire in a rush. But he had never imagined this. Noah was trembling, holding tighter. Please, Daddy, don't send her away. She didn't do anything. Send her away? Donovan repeated, stunned. I burned the rice, Alana murmured bitterly. Donovan's stomach twisted. He had left his son with strangers, efficient but cold. Just schedules, rules, silence. He remembered one text from a former nanny about Noah screaming in his sleep. He had brushed it off as a phase. Now he saw it wasn't. Noah sobbed harder, pressing into Alana. She helps me breathe, Daddy. Donovan took a shaky breath. And what are you to him now? Alana's eyes softened, but her voice was steady. Safe. The word hit harder than any boardroom verdict. Donovan glanced around the immaculate kitchen. His empire, his victories, his wealth, all of it felt small. He had imagined sweeping in like a perfect father, hugging his boy, dazzling the new help with charm. Instead, this was reality. A broken little boy and a stranger who had given him more comfort than Donovan had in months. You said he cried at night, Donovan muttered. Why didn't anyone tell me? Alana gave him a look that pierced through his polished armor. "Who would have listened, sir? You were in Shanghai or Dubai or anywhere but here." Donovan felt Noah tense, his little body flinching. Alana immediately cupped the child's head, whispering, "It's okay, baby. No one's angry." "I'm not angry," Donovan said quickly. "Then show him," Alana replied sharply, her eyes unwavering. "He's 4. He can't decode your silence. All he knows is you leave and come back with toys instead of hugs." Her words cut him open. She wasn't trying to insult him. She was defending his son. Donovan's voice broke. "I worked 18-hour days for weeks. I thought if I secured that deal, it would buy his future, his freedom." Alana's voice softened. "He doesn't understand futures, Mr. Hartley. He just wants someone to clap when he builds a tower, someone to laugh when he spills juice. He wants you." Donovan turned to his son, really seeing him this time. The dark circles under his little eyes, the way he leaned into Alana like she was a wall holding him up night after night. "Noah," Donovan whispered, arms opening. Noah hesitated. He didn't run. He moved slowly, like testing fragile ground. Then, finally, he let himself fall into his father's arms, not with excitement, but with quiet hope. Donovan crushed him against his chest. "I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know how lonely you were." Noah's voice was muffled, desperate. "Don't make her go." Donovan's eyes lifted to Alana. She stood stiff, twisting her apron, eyes glistening. "I don't want her to leave either," Donovan said softly. The kitchen filled with silence. The smell of burned rice lingered, but none of them cared. Donovan pulled the toy train from his suitcase and handed it to Noah. "I brought this for you, but I should have brought myself sooner." For the first time in weeks, Noah stopped crying. He clung to his father and to Alana. That night, after Noah finally drifted to sleep in Donovan's lap, Donovan found Alana in the hallway, wiping the stove. She turned when he approached. "I know this isn't the job you expected," Donovan said quietly. "It isn't," Alana replied. "But it's the one I needed. If you ever want more, school, training, anything, you'll have my support," he promised. "Just don't stop being who you were today. For him." Alana smiled faintly, tired but genuine. "I couldn't stop if I tried." Donovan paused, then added softly, "Thank you for saving my son." She didn't answer with words. She simply nodded, turning back to the stove where a new pot of rice had just begun to simmer.